Hello, my name is Ibrahim, and this is my presentation case study on The Exorcist. The Exorcist is a horror film released in 1973 and directed by William Friedkin. It is based on the novel of the same name by William Peter Blatty, which tells the story of a young girl named Regan who becomes possessed by a demonic entity and the attempts of a priest to exorcise the demon from her. The film is widely regarded as a classic of the horror genre, known for its terrifying imagery, iconic soundtrack, and controversial subject matter. The Exorcist quickly became a cultural phenomenon due to its intense and shocking content, which generated a lot of buzz and controversy upon its release. Many people were intrigued by the film's supernatural subject matter and the way it pushed the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in mainstream movie. The film's critical and commercial success also contributed to its popularity, as it quickly became one of the highest-grossing films of all time and received critical acclaim, including 10 Academy Award nominations and 2 victories. In the decades since its release, The Exorcist has remained relevant and continues to be regarded as one of the greatest horror films ever made. The film's impact on the horror genre is immeasurable, as it has set a new standard for the level of terror and shock that a horror film could deliver. It has inspired countless imitations and homages, and has influenced numerous filmmakers, including horror masters like John Carpenter and Wes Craven. The film's enduring legacy can also be attributed to its exploration of deeper themes, such as the nature of evil and the struggle between faith and doubt. The story of a possessed girl and the attempts of a priest to save her resonated with audiences in a profound way, and the film's iconic characters, including Regan and Father Karras, have become part of the pop culture lexicon. Overall, The Exorcist has remained relevant for decades due to its combination of shocking content and critical acclaim and enduring impact on the horror genre and popular culture. The production of The Exorcist was a complex and challenging process involving a range of technical and creative professions. The casting process for The Exorcist was extensive, with director William Friedkin and producer William Peter Blatty looking for actors who could convey the intensity and emotion required for the film's subject matter. The lead role of Father Karras was played by Jason Miller, who was a playwright and had never acted in film before. Linda Blair was cast as Regan, the possessed girl. After an extensive search that involved thousands of auditions, other notable cast members included Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, and Lee J. Cobb. The filming of The Exorcist took place in several locations, including New York City, Washington, D.C., and Iraq. The production team faced numerous challenges during filming, including extreme weather conditions, technical difficulties with the special effects, and difficulties working with child actors. The famous spider walk scene, in which Regan walks down the stairs on her hands and feet, was originally cut from the film due to technical problems, but was later restored in the extended edition. The iconic head-spinning scene was accomplished with a mechanical dummy, and the sounds of bones cracking were created by placing walnuts into a bag and twisting it to create that crushing sound effect. Post-production on The Exorcist was a lengthy and complex process, involving extensive editing and special effects work. The film's iconic soundtrack, which included eerie chanting and haunting piano theme, was composed by Mike Oldfield. The special effects, including the makeup and animatronics used to create the possessed Regan, were designed by Dick Smith and have become legendary in the industry. The film's final sequence, in which Father Karras sacrifices himself to save Regan, was shot on location in Iraq and required complex set design and lighting effects. Overall, the production of The Exorcist was a challenging and complex process that required a high level of technical skill and creativity from the cast and crew. The film's success is a testament to the dedication and hard work that went into creating it. Now, let's get into the marketing. The Exorcist was marketed as a groundbreaking and controversial film designed to generate buzz and intrigue audiences with its shocking subject matter. The marketing campaign for the film was innovative for its time, using a range of tactics to promote the film and generate excitement among audiences. Here are some of the key elements of the film's marketing strategy and how they contributed to its success. The advertising for The Exorcist was designed to be provocative and controversial, with taglines like "the scariest movie of all time" and "for God's sake, somebody help her." The posters and trailers for the film were intentionally disturbing and graphic, with images of Regan in various states of possession and distress. This generated a lot of attention and controversy, with some people calling for the film to be banned or censored. One of the key factors in the success of The Exorcist was the way it spread through word-of-mouth promotion. People who saw the film were so shocked and impressed by it that they told their friends and family, creating a buzz that helped to drive ticket sales. This was particularly effective in the early weeks of the film's release, when there was limited advertising.
Makes my heart beat too fast.
I don't know, it doesn't bother me that much. But I guess it bothered her more than it bothered me.
This is the second time we've seen it. We still can't hack it. No. Why was that? I'm not going back in there.
The producers of The Exorcist also used celebrity endorsements to promote the film. For example, William Peter Blatty, the author of the novel on which the film was based, sent copies of the book to influential figures such as Johnny Carson and Ronald Reagan, which helped to generate interest and publicity. The film was also praised by high-profile critics and celebrities such as Roger Ebert and Stephen King, which helped to legitimize it as a serious work of art.
Cher?
The producers of The Exorcist also created tie-in merchandise, including t-shirts, posters, and other memorabilia. This helped to generate additional revenue and also helped to spread the word about the film. Before The Exorcist, there were other horror films that had made an impact on audiences, such as
motel,
Psycho.
when in fact it has now become known. Welcome to a night of total terror.
Night of the Living Dead, and Rosemary's Baby. However, what set The Exorcist apart from these earlier horror films were its controversial religious themes, high production values as The Exorcist had a larger budget and more elaborate special effects than many earlier horror films, and its mass marketing campaign. So, while there were other horror films before The Exorcist that were influential in their own right, The Exorcist was a game changer that set a new standard for horror movies. Since then, there have been modern horror films that have succeeded using marketing strategies similar to those employed by The Exorcist. The marketing campaign for the Blair Witch Project was built around the idea that the film was a real documentary, with the filmmakers using fake news reports and online forums to spread rumors about the film's authenticity. This created a sense of intrigue and mystery around the film, and when it was released, the filmmakers encouraged viewers to spread the word about the film and their reactions to it. Like the Blair Witch Project, the marketing campaign for Paranormal Activity was focused on creating a sense of authenticity and realism, with the filmmakers presenting the film as found footage documentary. The film was initially released in a limited number of theaters and generated buzz through word of mouth, with viewers sharing their reactions to the film online and through social medias. The marketing campaign for The Conjuring emphasized the film's basis in real-life paranormal investigations, with the filmmakers promoting the fact that the story was based on the case files of real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. This created a sense of intrigue and authenticity around the film, and when it was released, viewers were encouraged to share their reactions to the film on social media using the hashtag #TheConjuring. These films all demonstrate how word of mouth and viewer reactions can be used as a powerful promotional tool to create buzz and generate interest in film. By creating a sense of intrigue and authenticity and encouraging viewers to share their reactions, these films were able to generate a lot of excitement and anticipation.
God, I've never seen anything like it.
Did you see the part where she turns her head around?
Not yet. I'm not gonna see it either.
From the success of The Exorcist and its impact on the horror genre, there are several key takeaways that you can apply to your own films. Focusing on character development. One of the reasons The Exorcist was so successful is that it focused on the characters and their emotional journeys, rather than just relying on jump scares and special effects. By taking the time to develop your characters and create emotional connections with the audience, you can make your horror film more impactful and memorable. Creating a unique premise. The Exorcist stood out from other horror films of its time because it had a unique premise that hadn't been explored in depth before. By creating a premise that is fresh and original, you can capture the audience's attention and create a sense of intrigue and excitement. The Exorcist is known for its attention to detail, both in terms of its production design and its use of sound and music. By taking the time to create a visually and orally immersive experience for your audience, you can enhance the impact of your horror film and create a more memorable experience. The Exorcist employed a number of effective marketing strategies, such as creating provocative and memorable promotional materials and generating buzz through early festival screenings and critical acclaim. By taking strategic and thoughtful approach to marketing your horror film, you can increase its visibility and generate excitement among potential viewers. By incorporating these key takeaways into your own horror films, you can create impactful and memorable experiences for your audiences and increase your chances of success in the genre.
How did you like the movie?
Wow. Wow.